Okay. Let me turn down my fan real quick. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I could work on town fillers. Pet eggs. These are a little too big for what I feel like doing today. Just because I haven't coded in fucking 2 weeks, so. Bunch of changes. Oh yeah, all these changes needed still haven't gone through, right? Okay. I'm thinking about doing this one. Reducing dragon stats. Possibly that might be something that's useful. Or adjusting their stats. They're way too complicated. Let's see. I need. They're an egg, so let's do a hatch dragon. It's a DR or a hatch, so it is. There you go, hatch dragon, okay. So changes which item elemental you get, changes which item you need. Play the special effect. End all the statuses. Start Dragon's Com. Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, you could cast Summon Dragon to start Calm again. Assuming you don't have it on cooldown still. Okay, let's see. Find our references. Okay, so. So SP recovery rate for the launchers, that's fine. Their regen is increased by your regen. I should probably make it influenced by their regen as well. Or their SP. Yeah, if you're sitting at doubles, it grabs their HP, their SP 1%, or 0.5% and 1%. Let's double this. And then double again if you're sitting. I boosted sitting to 3x for players, right? We'll boost it to 3x for summons. And then multiplies it by your int plus your recovery rate. Okay. Let me go ahead and write that down. Also, recovery is spelled hella wrong. Because there's a bunch of extra letters in there. 2%. Oh, we now have 2% SP regen. Okay. And this is their stat calculation. This isn't used, so I ended up scrapping that for some other code. They get the match's speed. Okay, I is your job level. Basically, they scale on job level. Plus, they have a base, right? Yeah. They only get 350 more SP than you? So this is 700. They have half your HP plus I mean, are multiplied by 1.5 when they're big, by the way. So they have half your HP plus 3,500. That's not a ton, actually. We'll boost our HP a little bit. Their attack damage just scales off your level, too. There's no attack modifier, right? Or is it later? Yeah, they just don't scale on your attack. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so their attack is... Basically, they treat your base level, or your job level, as strength for their attack modifier. So it's like they have 70 base strength. I think I'm going to get rid of their magic attack, honestly. They have 70 magic attack plus your end plus your base magic attack. A motion. Their A motion is barely affected by your agility, by the way. This might actually need to be a negative, actually. This might need to be minus, not plus. I think they might be getting slower as you, No, higher is better, okay. This music's really loud one, so let me turn down my music. How is it so fucking loud? Is that 3%? My PC's only at 34%. The music's just fucking loud. Okay. It doesn't look like it's super loud on my mixer though. So they just have your defense and magic defense, just a flat value. They have your flee +1 or plus your job level. Honestly, I should probably switch this to a pointer. I reference it so fucking often. But whatever. So let's move this up to here. That way you can see them next to each other. This is fine. Being a one chump is big. There's literally just a 50% increase in stats. So. Gaze increases. Gaze increases attack by matching attack. What? I'm pretty sure this is to be like this. Let me double check real quick. DRG. Oh, I'm covering it up right now. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be 5%, not. Well, there's a boost to. There's a boost to it just outright. Is it Draconic Gaze? Yeah, Draconic Gaze. Now properly boost summons stats. Technically, it's just attack. Yeah, losing out on, what is it, 25% attack damage? That's a big number. So we just boosted Dragon by 25% offensively. Dragon base HP increased from caster HP over 2 to caster HP times 2 over 3. So go ahead and bracket this. Bracket that, and then plus 50 times job level. SP plus 5 times job level to SP plus 10 times job level. That's not a ton, but that's an extra 350 mana that they have before modifiers, like 50% from leveling and stuff like that. So, and since you probably don't want to actually be building Int on the class, And then we need to go through the skill damages as well. Because the skill damages are stupid. Oh wait, this is the same code just for the second calculation, right? Yeah, fucking I need to do this again. Times 2 over 3. And then if wrong here again. Move this up to here, move this up to here. That was way off. Don't know how I did that one, but I did. Okay, the parsing of the LUA files. That's all I changed, right? Yeah, okay. That should help with Dragon Air a bit. It's not going to boost them like absurdly, but it'll help the Dragon side at least. And then we want to go find their skills now. Oh, that's right. The SP cost does sustain it. These guys cost 4 SP. We'll drop them to 3 SP actually. From 4 to 3 SP. For 10 seconds. Okay, you guys got a boost of 33%, or a reduction of 25% cost on SP cost for having them out. And then we need. Okay, now we need to go through skills. Let's see, go to definition, auto references, that's, auto references, I'm pretty sure the first one's going to be is Dragon Charge. Pet debug. What skill is this? Oh, passive or aggressive state, okay. That Hatch Dragon and then Dragon Charge. Okay. It'll auto charge if you have the skill. And you thrust. Auto charges on all of those, auto charges on all of those. Let's find our references real quick. See anybody in Discord? Nope, nothing in Discord. Okay. Probably gonna be a short stream today, based off of the lack of people today. Okay, a 50% attack damage ratio, and then if used by an elemental, gains 10% for gaze. So gaze increased the damage ratio by 10% as well. Dragon Charge range is 18. Tell it to use the skill. Tell it to use the skill. What's this one? This is the apply status effect for bleeding. and for Dragon Rot, because Dragon Rot has its own effect as well. I actually might look at Dragon Rot. I was playing with the idea of status conditions. So let me pull up a notepad real quick. So status conditions currently, there is the four values. 1, 2, 3, 4. Most status conditions are just. Actually, let me pull one up. So like I changed bleeding a while back, right? What references? Actually, no, not final references. Final references is terrible for this because it's got a million cases. There's no tick reductions and stuff like that. Okay, so here's the damage calculation for bleeding. I can't show you. 1 second. Minimize. Not minimize. Don't. So this is the damage calculation for bleeding, right? It's taking your attack and your magic attack and doing some math, basically. Something I was thinking about doing is making it so. We'll use the word bleeding for now. So you apply bleeding, right? That means nobody else can apply bleeding unless theirs is stronger than yours. Or equal in value. The thing is, it uses value 1 to determine that. The problem is a lot of the status effects, value 1 is just a default value. There is no value. So you can, it'll either override or not override. There is no like, oh, it'll override if stronger, or anything like that. Like blessing will override if it's stronger. So if you have somebody cast level 1 blessing on you, but it lasts 10 hours, which is not possible, but and then somebody else comes in and casts blessing level 10 on you, it will override the 10-hour level 1 blessing. So what I was thinking about doing is making bleeding checks. Bleeding is the example I'm using again, not actually necessarily bleeding. Probably Dragon Rot will work like this. Is have a value 1, which will store the total damage it should do. And then value 2 will be the number of remaining ticks. So whenever you reapply bleeding, or Dragon Rot, so the first number will go up. So we'll say, and we'll say this is every three number of remaining damage ticks. Sorry, damage ticks. So we have player 1, V1, hits bleeding for, or hit Dragon Rot for, deal 1,000 damage per tick 5 times, right? So we'll say you apply 5 ticks. So this would mean value 1, val 1 equal 5,000, val 2 equal 5. I will say it ticks twice, and then they apply it again. So twice of val 1 equal 3,000, and val 2 equal 3. And the second time we'll do a different damage number. We'll say P2. I'll actually use the second player this time. And player 2 has less attack damage, so we'll do 750 attack. So 750 times 5 is, let's see what that's like, what, 3750? Yeah, 3750. Let me double check that. 750 times 5, 3750, okay, yeah. So this is 3750, and this is 5, obviously, but they would add instead. So plus 3,000 plus 3. This would technically reduce the damage you're doing, but it would increase the duration because it's going down. And eventually it'd find a balance, but this means everybody could contribute to the damage pool, rather than everybody overrides each other's damage pool, or there's no point in stacking buffs and some of that. Obviously, that's ignoring the whole statuses. Status resistance is basically impossible to hit anything. So you would now be doing that one. That's 6,750. Val 2 would be 8. Or maybe even the duration would just cap to the highest value rather than adding. So this would boost, that way it would always boost the damage. But it would reset the total time. I think I like this method more. There is a world where boosting the duration is more valuable, depending on the status effect. For instance, in Dragonrot, you want to boost the duration because you want to keep it maintained. But this method would always do the full damage, and it would not cause it to be like a bad effect by stacking it 20 times. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do like this for Dragonrot. Okay. I need to find Dragonrot again. I was looking up dr underscore hatch. Go to definition. Welcome. Let me go ahead and minimize my this one. Oh, you can see my screen again. The pressure. Okay. I think Dragon Charge is fairly simple. I think Dragon Magic is the one that's like stupid. I think Dragon Magic Battle References is like a really dumb skill. So I think it does like, yeah, it's like really dumb. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, here's the fucking damage calculation for Dragon Magic, which is one of the reasons why it's such a weird skill. That's part of it. There's more. There's more. That's the status effect part. What's this? This is the for each loop. Oh, did I already simplify it once? I might have already simplified it once. Dragon Magic takes the element of the elemental to cast. Ah, yeah, there it is. It grabs your attack damage ratio. Dragon Magic should probably be flagged with the, what's it called, flag? Skill DB, import. Skill DB, and then I need, what's the name of the fucking skill? AD underscores. AD underscore C, find. Circuit spar attack damage flag attack to magic attack. Okay. Yep, doesn't have it. Okay. Dragon Magic needs that flag. Okay. Okay. Because that basically what that flag does is make it ignore things like physical reflect. Yeah, so it ignores physical reflect. It won't miss. It's not blocked by auto guard. It's not blocked by cicada. It always hits normally. It always hits. Always hits. It doesn't return physical damage. Does not get reflected by Bramble Vest. Actually, wait, no. Oh, no. Okay. That's what, yeah, no. It prevents Bramble Vest from triggering. Prevents Grass Heart from triggering. Okay. So we actually do definitely want that. And then we want dr underscore d. Go to definition. And then Dragon Mantle is also really fucking stupid. This skill is, I would completely change this how skills coded nowadays. I tried saving on skills, on skill IDs, so I coded it as one fucking skill for all 5 effects. So like, final references real quick. Yeah, this is awful. So like, it does physical damage sometimes, does magic damage sometimes. Yeah. Just the element. Fire. Notice there's no water here because water is obviously a buff. And then here it does. So water is actually called the Dragon Mental damage part of the calculation. And here's the damage calculation on it. Here's wind damage, for example, which it doesn't even take the summon's magic attack. It just takes the caster's magic attack. Yeah, it's really bad. So I think I'm gonna clean up this skill to. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, it's a combo skill. Shadow Mantle applies dark hit whenever it hits. That's fine. There's the mantle delay whenever wind mantle hits. I scrapped all that code right there. I had it being a delay cast. Basically, it was doing chain lightning off of you every few seconds. I think it was it's a weapon skill, right? Yes, weapon skill. Okay. BF weapon, BF. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's a magic skill for fire. Yeah. So it's just for fire and dark or magic, right? New overlay, who dis? Sup. I've had this overlay for a while now, Teddy, but how goes it? I am currently looking through the jank that is Dragoneer. Its code is, its code's not that bad. I buffed it in a couple ways, and I shall pull up the notes for you. So its sustain cost went down from 4 to 3 SP every 10 seconds. You can sustain that. Its HP went up from half of yours to 2/3 of yours, and then its SP went up flat, but not by the scaling. So it went from 350 to 700 mana. Its recovery went up. So it regenerates faster now. And then Dragoneer Gaze was just not increasing your attack damage. It was increasing your attack damage based on 5% of your magic attack. Got to get the Gamer Set sponsorship. 1 second. I'm pretty sure I can just do that. I don't even need to like get a sponsorship. Once. Where is the? Oh, I probably removed it. Yeah, I get those sponsorship things all the time. They're obnoxious. Unless I would actually do something, I could see the appeal of like Factor and stuff like that. Is it Blue? I can see the appeal of those food ones. It didn't save you money, but I can see the appeal of them. It's not cheaper than fucking going out to eat, and it's way more expensive than just going to fucking Costco and buying your own food. But if you're an idiot, don't know how to cook, and you're learning to cook, I can see the benefit of that. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and write the other one down. Dragon Magic now flagged as attack to magic attack. But no, I don't do this for money. You should know that by now. Yeah, and some of the deals, particularly the mobile ones, are like aggressive with how much money you can get out of them. It's like, here's 10 grand. Like, unironically. So I understand why people take them. It's like, well, there's a third of my income for the year. Okay. Anyway, I'll do mantle. So there's Draconair Mantle, which just changed the element. I don't need a water one because water doesn't do damage. Atrofix, weapon damage. Oh, this is the stupid special damage weapon element split, isn't it? Yeah. I really need to fix that code. This code is something. It's really bad. But isn't that like all code? Look back 3 months later, your code is terrible. Though it's not 3 months for me anymore. At one point in time it was. Now it's like 2 years later. My code looks like shit. Some of my code still holds up, but what? Which part is cute, Teddy? Oh God, no. I also work with 10 to 20-year-old C code. It's called Arathena. I said my code, not the code. Fucking some of this code is literally 20 years old. Yeah, because Arathena was the original project is what, 2003, 2002? Okay. Do we want... I don't think I can change the skills in K-Flag mid-cast. I think it's a database thing. Let me... I'm pretty sure this is a database thing, right? Yeah, this is a database thing, not a... Yeah, STD, vector, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, share TDR, SealDB, fine, yep, okay. So I did this specifically code for each individual element. Maybe I'll split this code at some point in time, the mantle skill, to be actually 5 different skills. Oh look, a fucking bot. Slash ban. Fucking piece of shit. I don't need a viewer bot, thank you. Okay. So each legendary skill, legendary point is 7% more damage. If elemental, grant the master data. Otherwise, just do damage. Okay. And it scales off agility for some fucking reason. Why? Why does the skill scale off int and agility? I don't understand what this fucking skill is supposed to be. Yeah, scales off int, magic attack, and agility. I think I'm just gonna make it attack. Yeah, I think I will. Oh, sorry. I still have my. Yeah. Okay. So dragon mantle. If wind, this is only for wind. So. If it's an elemental, it scales off the player's job level, int, magic attack, then scales off his agility to calculate the base damage of the skill. No, like, I understand the agility. I'm pretty sure wind gives you agility. The wind eye gives you agility 1, right? Or agility 2. My question is, why is it scaling off of int and agility to do magic damage? Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm not gonna fix it just yet because I want to figure out what I'm doing first. And then here is fire mantle. Fire mantle is strength. Okay. It is the value 1 of fire mantle, which I'll have to figure out what that is. The value 1 of fire mantle again times your strength. Oh, the level of fire mantle. Okay. So it's 350 damage plus. Wait, fire mantle 5 or 7? Fire mantle is 5. Okay. Yeah, so it's 250 damage plus, or 250 magic attack plus your strength times 6 divided by 2. So 3 per. That 20. Okay. So it's 3 damage per strength. Or 3 magic attack per strength. Okay. Yeah, by the way, this is one of the reasons why the skills are so bad. They don't scale for shit. And then Shadow Mantle takes your attack damage as WD, and then adds your attack damage. And then add your attack damage times 50 plus 10 times skill level plus your magic ratio, which is your legend skill. Okay. I'll continue down this rabbit hole. Let's see. If you're big size. Oh, it just calculates whether you have the skill or not. Oh yeah, it calculates it for Dragon Rot. Okay. Yeah, so it checks if you have Dragon Mantle. If you have Dragon Mantle, Dragon Rot's chances goes up off of the AoE skills. That makes sense. Okay. The coding's a little weird, but that makes sense. This is another probability one. Yep, there's the probability. Dragon Rot, boost Dragon Rot. Fire Mantle, remove all the status effects. Earth Mantle, apply debuff. I love Earth Mantle's the best one by far. Debuff, and then Wind as stun. And then it is a combo skill. I believe you can trigger something off of it easily. I forget what it is. I forget why it's a combo skill. Okay, apply the buff, debuff, apply the range, do skill attack. For Earth, do a skill attack. For Wind, yeah, do skill attack. For Magic for Fire, physical for Earth, physical for Earth, physical for Wind, and magic for okay. So Wind is physical damage, but scales on your magic attack. Okay. So Wind's even dumber than I thought. Yeah, Wind is really dumb. Okay. So it has 100% attack damage scaling because it's not. There's no skill ratio in here, so it defaults to 100. Oh my god. Actually, Necromancer had it first. By far. Necromancer had it literally from the get-go. So my options are I can increase... Oh wait, no. Yeah, so it is Earth Mantle or Wind Mantle. Okay. Those both scale physical damage. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Necromancer had it before Bone Magic, yes. You're forgetting old Necromancer. Before the Necromancer rework. Oh, there's a fucking rant in the art one of the art channels I'm in. I know they had it. I know they had mixed damage from the get-go. That's why they had the physical scaling on their magic attack with staff mastery. It's been a very long time since that class was done, so I genuinely don't remember. I'd have to go pull up some old code. Okay. So first things first, we should boost the skill ratio of these skills. We should boost the skill ratios of these skills, rather than doing some convoluted bullshit like this. So, skill ratio, 2 L's, thank you. Skill ratio, plus equal. We will not add plus equal to damage, that'd be stupid. Add some funny bugs again? No, we're not gonna add some funny bugs again. I'm running to remove the jank. Earth Mantle scaling. Shadow Mantles, by the way, is getting a buff. Let me go ahead and pull up this again. Save that real quick. So I'm changing the way Shadow Mantle work like this. So value 1 will store the total damage remaining. Value 2 will be the remaining ticks. And then as you trigger it, it will reapply itself, but it will store the damage that's remaining still. So the damage will slowly amp up still, but it'll actually be consistent damage initially, even if you fail to amp it up. So it's basically just DPS, but as a dot. And the dot can gets more and more dangerous as it goes. Technically, it is a nerf to DPS, but yeah, it's a rolling dot, yeah. But it's better than doing the other method. There's two methods, main methods that Status Suplex Phi. They replace if higher, or do nothing. So for instance, if poison doesn't work because poison doesn't have a value, it's a percent damage modifier. But non-percent damage things. So blessing. If you cast level 1 blessing for 10 minutes on somebody, and then somebody else casts level 10 blessing for 1 minute, the level 10 blessing overrides both the duration and the effect. And most debuffs don't actually have a value stored to them. So I'm going to use this as an experiment to have a more consistent debuff. Technically, you can also do this. Instead of only setting the value again to the reset value, add it, be additional. Which would make it 8 seconds, which would technically be a DPS nerf. Because you would go from doing 1,000 damage per second to 750 divided by 8. I cannot do that one in my head. So, yeah, 843 damage. I'd probably round that up to 44. And ideally, you'd actually store this as 4 values, because you'd val 3 would be this is different players. They'd be add. You can't have the same effect twice on you. Just the way the architecture is done for the game. Which is why I went with the 5 method. Yeah, adding time would be horrible, yes. Technically, it wouldn't be. It would average out. So it would average out to the middle value of damage. So if I do 750 and you do 1000 and we both trigger at the exact same time, uh, the damage required would be 1750, but the duration would be doubled. So it would be the average. So it would actually just average out, but it would hurt the more damaging player. But it would not be horrible. Unless one of you, like, really fucking fucked them over. Like, if a novice walks up and applies the effect. And they add 1 damage over 10 seconds, then yeah, then the average is going to be cut in half. But it would be... Well, just take the numbers. We'll do 1,000. We'll do the same numbers here. So this would be 1750 over 10 seconds. That's it. So your DPS would be 175 versus 1,000 over 5 seconds. Your DPS would be 200. But that's all it is. And 750 would be 775. Or no, I did that wrong. No. Now you have 10 players. It would just be 10 times the duration, which that's why it's bad. Depends on any secondary effects of the buff or debuff. So if we use poison as our example, poison lowers defense. So increasing the duration actually increases DPS. But if we have something like, it would increase the DPS the poison does. It would just increase the DPS, the duration of the effect, which that is good. So it depends if it's a duration-oriented skill or if it's a damage-oriented skill. For damage-oriented skills, you probably don't want the additional duration. Isn't hurt that bad unless there's a big difference in player power, in which case it will average out. But if there's a small difference in player power, it would be moot, basically. It would just even out. This method lets you continually stack damage. So if it ticks once, we'll say ticks once, and you lose 1/5 of that. I don't feel like doing the math, because the numbers are ugly. But if the player 2 or player 1 ticks it again, and player 1 ticks it again, it's just going to keep getting more damage. It will cap out at some point where, I mean, it will cap out at like 5 times the damage in this case, if my like instinct math is correct, which isn't always the case. So I would have to. I'd probably make a graph for this, honestly. So it'd be 5,000, and then it would lower to 4,000, and then it would add 5,000 again, so 9,000. And then we lowered by 900 this time. Or wait, no. 5,000. 5,000, 4,000. And then I would want to lower this from 1/5 of 9,000. Divided by 5 is 1,800. Would be 7,200. And then add another 5,000 again, which would be 12,200. And then 12,200 divided by 5. Would be 97.60. No, I was just goofing in code. Yeah, so that right there. I saw one of my notes for Draconeer, I saw this note. I'm like, yeah, let me work on that. I'm just flattening the dragon stats. That's it. Because right now they are stupid, like really stupid. The stats aren't stupid. The scaling on the skills, particularly mental, is stupid. I'll be right back. One second. Get some Skittles. I'm sorry you've ads, sir. I'll wait for. 30-sec plus ads. Let me know when you're done. Okay. And then once you're done, I will have the patch notes up for you. Okay. So the changes are just sustain cost down. The summons HP scales harder with your HP. Region was doubled. Let me finish this Skittle before I talk. I'm also out of water. Draconic Gaze was increasing your attack based on your magic attack instead of your attack based on your attack. And Dragon Magic is now flagged as attack to magic attack. So it'll ignore defense, reflect, and stuff like that now, probably. As well as any other oddities it might have. Mm-hmm. The big changes are going to be in mental. Particularly Wind Mental. Wind Mental is really dumb. Like, Wind Mental is physical. Wind Mental is a physical damage skill. It's scaling. It has a 100% attack damage scaling. Because there's no ratio mentioned here. So it scales on 100% of your attack. Of your summon's attack. Or your attack, depending on who it hits. Then, for your summon, it gets your job level, plus your int, plus your magic attack. As a multiplier. Right? Which is never used. It's just there. It's never used. And then it just does damage. And then it just does a skill level times 25 agility divided by skill level times divided by 2 damage. That's it. That's the damage. This is ignored. Like, it's defined there. That's the last time it's used. Because, fuck, yeah. The skill is dumb. I actually thought this was used. I just realized it's not even used. Oh, sorry. Minimize. Yeah, there's the code. Earth Mantle at least it makes more sense because it scales on your defense. It's your defense times your Earth skill, or the skill level plus 1, plus your Vit times skill level divided by 3. So like this one, okay, this one it scales on your defensive stats. Okay, that one, okay, I like that one. And she probably still has more attack damage scaling rather than 100%. But it being your I'm tanky, haha, I take damage, particularly since it lowers enemy defense, it doesn't need to be as offensively strong. I think what I'll do is just boost his damage here. This right here can go here. SD check, legendary plus equal 7 times legendary. So the ratio goes up, which multiplies this number anyways. Because later on this ratio multiplies this, so. Oh yeah, this should be 1 plus, because it starts off at 8. How much defense can you guys get? They get a... Yeah, it was just a Draconeer solo, like, hard defense, not soft defense, by the way. Though I could always add Vit defense as well, which might make Vit defense quite a bit more valuable. Obviously, with the Centurion, you can get like plus 30 more percent. Okay. Let me do the math on that real quick. This needs to be probably the worst damaging skill because it incentivizes. Well, maybe not. Hey, having a good ratio is probably good actually. But it's safe, so I don't want it to be a degenerate build, but it should still be worth building as an option. So let's see, 140 times 6. 140 times 6 is 840 damage. We'll say 110 bit. You can probably get higher than that, but I'll do 110 for the sake of argument. That seems like a reasonable number. I know you can get significantly higher than that. You can probably hit like 200 bit, honestly. Times 5. So that's 550 plus 840. Divided by 3. You have... How much Vit did they get? 8 Vit from leveling, right? Yeah, I meant Vit, not soft defense. Their job ratio is 8, right? If I remember correctly, they have 8. Is it 7 or 8 across the board? 45 divided by 5. That'd be 9, yeah. So they have 109 base. If you're running the Earth Dragon, you get plus 2. So it's going to be 111. You can get 2 different consumable foods. You can get 2 consumable foods that give you plus 10. You can have your daily buff, which is plus 5. You can have Tears Potion, but that one I'm gonna just ignore that one actually. You can have the Blessing buff, but that's not solo content, so I guess that one. In party play, you can probably hit higher, but in solo play, no, you're right. Like 120. Oh wait, that's right. I capped the cash app one's capped at 5. So that would be 15. I did the math with 110 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Which is actually lower than what you would have. So you'd be doing 463 damage with that right now. With this. 463 damage is jack fucking shit. Like, that is absolute dog water. 463% damage would be good. I think I'll do something like that. I think I'll do like use the same numbers but switch it to skill ratio. And then there we go. It's still gonna be. It should probably have more base. It should probably have a flat damage modifier as well, just because it is a spear class. And this is a bit focused one, so I will probably actually boost it somewhere with maybe just add the defense to your weapon damage. No, fuck it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it as is. If it needs a boost, we can boost it with defensive stats or defensive stuff later. Do you want Draconeer right now or no? Okay, no. That's all I was going to know. I just wanted to know roughly where you sit stat-wise, so I can do the math. Okay, now for Wind Mantle. Let me make sure I didn't skip anything. Okay, now for Wind Mantle. I don't know what to fucking do with wind. Obviously, wind is a really good property, and it has a stun. So it's really good when it's good, but really bad otherwise. Because the earth one, at least, it reduces defense. Like, here's a flat defense reduction for my entire party against you. That doesn't, like, have, like, resistances. Yeah, I know, but there's something I was talking about earlier. I don't think anybody was in chat for it. Is the whole status resistance thing. One of the reasons I'm looking at adjusting Dragon Rot right now is so I want to experiment with other status resistance types, because that one I can use that one independently as a status resistance check. Some status effects. Yeah, the build-up system. I definitely think the build-up with high chances is the best way to do it. So, like, in low-level play, it happens all the time. At the start of a boss fight, it can happen a lot. But as the fight goes further on, it gets worse. That does incentivize burst damage more, but the game already hard incentivizes burst damage, so there's not a ton of ways to counter that. I mean, there are, like, Reflect, but nobody likes Reflect. The build-up system though requires a whole bunch of new code, as well as I talked to Nitros a bit about how to handle the code. I had to check my DMs with them because that was like a month and a half ago, and I have not been I haven't done anything RO related since like the beginning of last month. Yeah, I can't find the DM right now. I'll worry about it later. I was doing coding for another game, and then I was doing played Minecraft for a week. Okay. I do think wind could probably definitely use a buff. I don't know if I want to keep the agility scaling though. Maybe I can move the agility scaling into the cooldown part of it. Yeah. I can change to APM, yeah. Or support for complete build. I mean, I can always grab Flea as well as the multiplayer, but I don't really want to boost Flea builds for a tank class. It's not though they're not as like it's not as aggressive as like Centurion. Centurion should never be able to tank or Flea tank. Um, if Centurion is able to Flea tank, I need to do some adjustments to the class more. Assassin fleet tanking, that's amazing. Rogue fleet tanking, that's fine. Gunslinger ninja, sure, but I can see Draconeer getting away with it because they're basically knight. Okay, let's go ahead. The only part of this I actually care about is this redirects the SD, right? Yeah. That's already done. I don't need to do it again here. So it already redirects the SD if it's a thing. There. Why is this here? Seriously, why is this here? Oh, I see. It was probably two separate codes, and then no, I see why. This was probably a separate bit of code because like this right here is right here again, so I don't need to define it again. This right here is right there. I don't need to define it again. They're probably two blocks of code that I merged and I just didn't fix. Because this is within this right here. I don't need this. It would return null here at this point. So okay. MBL is already done up there. I can get rid of that. Now, for the ratio. So I think I'm going to make this a ratio skill like I did with the other one. Because currently it does... Oh my god, that's so fucking bad. There's 125 damage. Plus 2.5 per agility. So we'll assume you have 100 agility. Yeah. That's 375 damage. That's actually dog shit. Like that, the Earth one was twice that. Yeah. And then I'm going to do this right here. Okay. Outside of the code. We'll do. The Earth one is slower though, yes. I forget the duration on the Earth one. Are they slower? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Earth's every 2 seconds. Wind is every second. Water's every 7 seconds. Okay. So yeah, it is twice as fast. Um. There we go. Move that out there. I don't need this anymore. Okay. I don't need a break there anymore. And then for wind, let's go ahead and yeah, we're not gonna do anything with this ratio. I don't think. I could go just that route. But that means it would only scale on agility. If you don't have agility, it would basically head off scaling. So it would be 125% base damage with up to 375%. A third of the damage on base. Actually, it'd be plus 100, so add 100 of that. So 475% attack damage scaling every second. How good is the fucking Valkyrie one? I think I'm gonna. Fuck it. We'll do this as is. If it's overpowered, we can nerf it later. Enjoy the buffs. Okay, let me go ahead and write this stuff down because. Okay, this is wind mantle damage change from 25 times skill level plus AGI times skill level divided by 2. Technically this right here, oh, those should be separate. Technically there's a world where I can make that into one line of code, but 2. Percent attack. Flat. 100 plus. There we go. Mental. Damage. Okay. There is a world where this is a nerf, but that world is very small. No, Holy War is not the one I went. Holy War is like 100%. I meant their like Blade one. I meant their physical one. And then it's not an aura, it's a buff, but it's functionally the same thing, just shorter duration. Left hand side of the thing, fourth one down. Yeah, that's closer to the... Okay. Yeah, so this is 4 times stronger than that. And it's basically a passive. Basically a toggle. So this might actually be way too strong. That said, Valkyrie has better itemization. Not itemization. Valkyrie has better stats. And this was skill level plus defense times skill level plus 1 plus vit times skill level over 3. Fucking A. I think I'm going to reduce the base ratio on this. Because I'm going to get rid of the plus, this part right here, basically. The plus. So this is 125 at level 5. Technically, fuck it. We can just do minus 75 here, minus 75. And I'll put at 150 base. 25, 150 base. So wins better early, or significantly better later. Kinda. Maybe I'm debating changing the agility just to a 3. What's the numbers on that? Is a higher base ratio. It's better, but early. There's no question about that. As far as, although you can't get the skill early, so it kind of moot. But it does have a better ratio and twice as fast. I'll give a shout out to the mental image of passionate written by Gus. Oh no. Who's pinging me? Oh. A lucky, someone just released a lucky wheel sprite. Oh, okay. No, it went from, it was actually dog shit. It was doing 375 damage. Teddy. Not ratio, not percent, just damage. It is now a percent damage ratio. Also, it goes up every second. I'm actually on my keyboard, it's still too strong. Okay. Let's do. As all things should be. Okay. So we did wind and we did earth. Now we're in fire. I'm gonna minimize this guy again. Fire is a 100% magic attack ratio. Yeah, so fire is a 100% magic attack ratio, which on its own is not amazing. But scales on strength. God damn, this fucking class. No wonder you guys can't itemize for it. So it has... Jesus Christ, okay. Okay, so it has 100% magic attack, which we'll ignore for now. Then it does 250 damage, plus your strength times 3. Yeah. And then boost the 250 plus strength times 3 by 50% with legend, which you will have. Yeah. So in other words, we'll assume 100 strength here. So it's gonna do like 550 damage and then 800 damage. What, 812? Something like that. Before ignoring magic attack. So at least it's a flat damage modifier. But it scales on your strength, so like... The fuck? It should still be magic. I think fire metal should be magic. The thing is, I can't make a skill attack the magic attack. Just one of them. They all have to be it, or none of them have to be it. So I can't actually use the flag. Yeah, they all use the same skill ID, which is a design decision I made. And I don't feel like recoding is 5 separate skills, so... Technically, players wouldn't see the 5 separate skills, but Because it would all be a back end skill thing, but or at least 2 separate skills. Do physical and magic separate, but I can't be. Okay. My cheat. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna give it a magic attack ratio higher. So yeah, fire will not get a magic attack ratio. It being magic damage is fine. It just needs to have a proper scaling. And I think maybe Shadow Mantle will just be magic damage, just be the pure int one, because that is the one that gives you the int. So we'll add the weapon damage. We'll add the this would replace the 80 damage would replace the magic attack ratio. Because it's an equal. So it would get rid of the magic attack ratio, but it would still do magic damage. It's fire element, weapon damage plus 80. Oh wait, no, there it's still there. Oh god. The magic effects added there is a ratio on this one. Let me undo this real quick. Hold on, I can use that for a moment. So how do I want to do this damage? I don't want it to scale too hard on just raw strength. I could always do this. This right here would make it just a flat 100% attack damage. Okay, so now it's 100% attack damage. And this base. And then it would get this percent, we get this modifier. This is just, oh my god, hover, fucking telesense. I'm pretty sure this code is, yeah, just 80 dot damage plus, okay. Technically, this is the same thing. Oh, that's the same thing. And then I think magic add rate is what I want. Magic attack. Add. God damn it! No, no, no. Magic. MATK underscore. Add rate. Okay. That, there we go. And then okay, I don't need the SD anymore. So I'm gonna put one right here. SD. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and do fire mantle damage change from fire mantle damage change from 50 times skill level plus strength skill level plus 1 over 3. Magic check plus 2. I keep the damage number the same, so 100 plus 100% attack plus flat. I don't think the damage actually changed here. Other than this legend affecting the entire ratio, not just the base ratio. That's probably fine. Okay. And then, now question for Fire Reflect, if also inflicts burns if it removes a status effect. Remember, if it removes a physical status buff, it applies burn. And it removes things like Reflect Shield and a bunch of other ones as well. No. The legend effect might be the burning effect, yes. But I think it's only if they've removed the status effect. DR Chain Lightning Attack, which doesn't exist. Water buff. Dragon Magic. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I assume legendary, but move this down to here. Remove this. I might actually provide a bonus to Fire Dragon Magic. I'm pretty sure it applies burning. Legend. Dragon Magic. Oh no, the burning is just as big. No, the burning is just if size big. Yeah, if big, earth and water applies slowdown, fire applies burning, wind applies sleep. And dark applies dragon rot based off mantle level. What's up, balls? Yo, what up? Let's see. Another boost for dark. A boost for water. Yeah, I don't see anything for legend for fire at all. Other than its damage increase, was generic for all the other ones as well. Where was I? Okay. For Shadow Mantle, as I was going to ask, do we want Shadow Mantle to be actually just magic attack based? Just make it simple, magic tactic scaling. Or should I still keep the physical to magic damage ratio like it is? Which what is fire just got as well. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just giving an opinion. My notes say flatten, and can make them more similar. So there's less. The dragon is not a full stat change thing. It's a full like. Here's a little bit of extra stat boost, but they don't matter that much. Um, and then everything else has a flat damage modifier. I think for Shadow Mantle, I'm not gonna have a. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna remove this part right here, the flat damage modifier. It's just gonna be your magic attack or your physical attack. No, these also don't have ratios. Shit. I should probably give them attack damage ratios, so they're not just flat 100% attack. Though I guess these secondary effects are worth it usually. Oh, sorry. I hit tab instead of minimize. So the skills don't have. These ones are now ratios completely. So if they scale off, they don't have a. These ones scale off a skill level. Fire does not scale off a skill level other than its. Also, I don't need to use SC value 1. I can just do skill level here. Wait, can I? They all use that for a reason. Why is the reason? Skill level is tied to the element, that's why. The skill level is equal to the element, so I don't want. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so there's currently no. The percent attack damage modifier is flat for strength for Fire Mantle. So it always does 100% attack at level 1 or level 5. The only thing that changes is the boosted flat damage modifier. Maybe do an add rate of level. So everything will scale up to 10% more. Good enough. It doesn't need to scale as hard. The status effect part scales what scales the hardest anyways. Because the chance of removing buffs is significantly higher. And for Shadow, I'm going to leave it a flat. I'll leave Shadow a flat 100% attack. Yeah. And I'll play with the status effect part. I'm changing how Dragon Rot's working as well, so that's like it's making it more complicated. Yeah, and this chance multiplies for magic as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to really go in on the status effect. I'm going to just make it 100% chance. So let's go ahead and find our reference to Shower Rot. The removing part or the burning part? Also, them not all being as of the 14%. Well, the physical one doesn't reduce its Earth doesn't reduce defense unless they've, what's it called? Lightning doesn't stun unless they've got legendary. So that's a really big add to fire. And fire's already got a pretty high flat damage modifier of what was that, like 250 or something like that. 3 times strength, yeah, damage, plus 50 times skill level. So it already adds a 250 attack damage for going, or plus 200 damage. Plus 200 damage early on is not something to scoff at. Obviously, by the time you're towards the end of Mantling, or towards the end of Draconeer and approaching Dragoon, it's going to have fallen off. But then Elements carries it then, too. So, like, you're going to grab it for an Element anyway. So, it's, like, not worth doing. And that would be too much power early on for fire, and it would basically just completely eliminate the other ones. I mean, he'll already use water mostly anyways, from what I've seen. Okay. Okay. Skill attack, magic, Ragnarok level animation. Yep, okay. Oh, just right. Dragonrot is a skill attack. Where the value is that. Okay, I see. Fire just got more reliable. Oh, fire is only reliable in against certain playful. Wind just got buffed. Earth just got buffed. Fire technically just got buffed to have an attack damage ratio as well. And fire's chance is later on is like 50%. Isn't it? Or is it 20? Is it 25%? I think it might be 25%. Per buff. The thing is, not a lot of monsters buff themselves with things getting rose. Okay, how do I want to handle this? Okay, there's a skill ratio attack equal to level. I'm so confused. Calculate weapon attack. I'm so confused right now. How does it scale? What? My brain, I'm having an aneurysm. I don't know how the fuck this scales. It's literally just... Oh, sorry. Again, minimize. So Dragon Rot, what it does is the status effect calls the damage skill, right? Okay. It calls level equal to the status count. Okay. But then you get, okay, on apply, it calls the damage, okay. There's the damage definition. This is the animation effect. It doesn't call the animation. And there's the damage. Calculate weapon attack. Do weapon attack. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's 10% per skill level. There's no way that's right. Is Dragon Rot actually just fucking 50% of your attack damage? I'm super confused right now. I need to actually pull this up. Let me go ahead and build the solution. Yeah, I might have to pull up RO for this one because I'm like... Okay, run server, run client. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's go ahead and show RO. Why is it? Nope. Oh, nope, nope, nope. That's not what I was trying to move. Thank you. Not sure why it moved, but... I have no... At job dragoon at J level 99 at all skills. Okay. So dragon mantle, I need to first get the dragon. So I need fucking I forget the item ID on the I'm looking at the math, the number right now. It's 10 times skill level. No. This is the status effect. The status effect is its own skill call. It 18%. Yeah, I don't see any stack counters. I don't see any. Yeah, so if you do slash final reference to Dragon Rot, let's go down here. So this is where Dragon Rot does the -1 value 4, gets value 2, which is the player who inflicted it, checks the distance to the area, if dead, if HP is over 1, applies the magic damage that is Dragon Rot to the target as a skill, calculates the next interval, locks it, and then unlocks it. On initiation, it applies the Dragon Rot. There's no like SC value status count. There's no. That's why I'm confused. Yeah, I don't even see like an attack damage ratio on this skill. Yeah, it should be 50% magic attack. Wait, that's magic attack skill, right? Double check. Yeah, 50% magic attack. Yeah, so it should just be 50% magic attack every. Yeah. I might keep the code like it is and use it as a ref baseline. Because it is still called a level. Where? What are you looking at? Sorry. This. The stack amount is this right here. That's stack amount. That's the value 1. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'll go through the code again. Okay, so value 1, cap it. Value 4 is the skill level. Or is Dragon Mantle skill level plus, oh, that's Dragon Magic, sorry. That's Dragon Magic one. I'll skip that one. Dragon Mantle, Dragon Rot. Chance is skill level based. So there's a chance, and then it applies an arbitrary stack count as a cap. It adds 1 or up to the cap, which is what the min does. This is the legend skill plus its skill level. So that'd be 12. And then it starts Dragon Rot at the chance. Or sorry, this is not applied yet. It'll try it. Or this is already started. Where it adjusts the values. Let's see. Sup. Now again, value 1 is the thing. And then a bunch of removing from cures and stuff. It applies every 3 seconds. Now for the damage portion, which is down here. We still haven't gotten there. Skill attack. All it does is call skill attack of SC value 1. Right? So now you have to find the skill attack. Final references. Here's the skill attack. Just grab skill level. But there's no ratio on it. So it's just 100%. Yes. Then it does attack of level 1 through whatever, and then multiplies that by its skill level. Yeah. So every stack is 10% attack damage. Or 10% magic attack, sorry. No, it's still magic attack. Oh yeah, sorry. It still does the attack damage ratio, sorry, my bad. Yeah. But as magic attack. Let me check something on here as well. Dragon Rot. A Dragon Rot is not even flagged with attack to magic attack either, so it's going to let's go ahead and do that real quick. Max level 12, by the way. Why is 12? I don't know, but it's 12. It goes way above that. Interesting. You mentioned requests, and the Druid NPC for transformation is really only one? Okay. Bard and Dancer, I posted a document in Discord a while back. And I've also made some proof of concept videos as well. No, they're going to be the same. There's going to be no difference between Bard and Dancer. That's stupid. Your gameplay should not be tied to your sex. It's not as bad now. Basically, your sex should determine what your character looks like. So okay, it does 10% attack damage. Or 10%, yeah, 10% attack damage as magic attack. I never did get the dragon fucking ID. Per stack. Do I want to change this then? Because that's a lot of scaling. What's the max stack on this one? Second. Find our references real quick. The cap is reality is bad game design. Yeah. Tick rate is every 3 seconds. No, I'm where? Yeah, it's every 3 seconds. That way you have plenty of time to stack it. Because you can apply magic and stuff like that, increase the stacks. So that's neat and all, fair, but you're going to be able to just play whatever song you want. Okay. I'm trying to see where the cap is. Because the cap is that. Skill plus skill 2 is going to be... wait. No, that's the wrong one. That's from magic. I'm assuming it'll end up being the same value, but we want the magic one for sure. Skill is legend. Skill level is the level of the skill. Times 4. So that's 48. Place base level and job level. Times 4. That'd be brain. Which 170 times 4? 170 times 4 plus 48. 728. Divided by 25 minus the difference, so that'd be divided by 13. 13, that's 56. So you have up to 56 stacks on something. The problem is, it's got a chance. Not 56. Unless I did the math wrong. Yes, I did the math wrong. Because the 48. Yeah, the 48 is separate, yeah, you're right. 100 stacks. Yeah, you know, brackets, all that stuff. And this is why I started doing this sort of stuff. That's why I started doing this right here. So it separates the code. So you can visually see that it's not multiplied anymore. Anyways, I think it's going to get long. No. No. Divide that by 2. You and the dragon both count. I divide the seconds by 2. There's 2 of you. The seconds. The seconds. Sorry, you're delayed apparently. Also, that's assuming you 100% chance, which it does not currently 100% chance. It uses the. It's a 50% chance, by the way. It's 20. Wait, what's 12 times 5? So yeah, 60% chance. And it uses the player's attack, by the way, or should use the player's attack. I believe when it defines value 2, because it's stored on SD value 2. So 1 second. It's gonna be one of these. PBL equals BL2. But where the fuck is BL2 applied? Oh, Dragonrot. I don't see SC2. I don't see SC2. Oh, MSD BID. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So it is the master ID. Master SD BLID. No, gendered classes is bad design. Like it really is. Yeah, so always use the master's attack. If you're doing like a story-driven RPG and the characters have weaknesses and strengths, okay. And male, female, that's just something you use, or you play D&D and there's a male and female difference, which I don't think there is anymore. I don't know. I know there was back in the day. And some games still do that. But that affects all classes evenly, not in modern D&D. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is find all references of Dragonrot real quick. I want to up these chances to be 100% with Mantle and Legend learned, so... since you can spam magic, I'll leave magic separate. Magic won't be applied, but the actual mantle itself will be. So skill level mantle is 5, that'd be 25% chance. This is 7, that'd be 35% chance. If we up this to 10, that'd be a 95% chance. Right? Is that 7 times 10? 75, yeah, 95, okay. And then we'll give it a 5% base chance. There you go. Now it's 100% chance with both maxed. Ooh, actually, that's kind of nasty. So, no, there's one thing you didn't take into account. It does boost the damage. It applies the damage again every time it's applied. Wait, does it? Or is it only the first turn? Let me double check. Because if it's applied, that means it's doing double that damage. I think that might be wrong. Let me double check though. So it does the damage here. Final references. Okay, no. It only applies on the first initiation. I can't cancel that. Okay. Yeah, it's only on initiation. Since it doesn't start anymore, it just increases the values. Okay. Because if that was the case, then the damage would be significantly higher. So we'll up it to 100% chance. We'll leave the whatever the chance is on this. Oh, grabbing mantle. Okay. Yeah, so it takes the dragon magic chance, the legend chance, and the skill level chance and applies them. But that's on magic. Magic's AoE. Magic a targeted skill that you can spam whenever you want. Yeah, sorry, Jeff. Ugh. Where's this one? This one is Mantle on Shadow Mantle. Okay, that's fine. This is magic again. Removing of Dragon Rot. And 3 seconds is probably too long. I think 1 second is too often. Let me find SC. Let's see, SC Mantle. Okay, find our references. Okay, Shadow Mantle, it costs 1 SP every second. Okay. How much DPS do I want this skill to have? So double it. So at the end it'll be 1000%. The 333% DPS at 3. Let's make it 2. We'll do 2. We'll do 2 seconds. And we'll also adjust the SP cost to be every 2 seconds as well. That doesn't actually... Oh, yeah, that's for visual effect. That's why it's different. Okay. Yeah, every 2 seconds to do the visual effect. Wait, no, that's the actual skill damage of Shadow Mantle. Shadow Mantle is its own thing. Every second it applies. Then it can apply a debuff. The debuff will apply every... Yeah, I realized. Thank you. And then I want Shadow Mantle. And then, I don't care about Shadow Mantle, I care about Dragon Rot. Dragon Rot. If I can fucking type. Dragonrot, thank you. Fucking A. Final references again. Yeah, thank you. I love seeing your comments after I'm already doing things. Like, yep, I know, thank you. I realize that you see things at a different time than me, but... Okay, so we want to go to the interval lookup. So you have a 100% chance to apply now. You can apply 2 stacks a second. The max stacks is 100. That means after 50 seconds, you'll be at max stacks. So after 1 minute of a fight, assuming you don't cast Dragon Magic, you'll be at max stacks. Also, that's assuming you're both on them, so that can happen, it cannot happen. But we'll assume 1 minute. That gives you a 20, or not 20%, 12% miss rate or whatever. You'll be at max stacks. And then that max stacks has a 100% DPS for the entire duration. Then the rot itself is applied and applies another DPS. And that's ignoring all skills you're casting. I think 500% DPS for functionally free. Yeah. Okay. You can also have Mantle's damage scale on the number of Dragonrot stacks you have as well, if I wanted to. But upping the chance from 60% to 100% chance is going to be big. And upping the reducing the duration. Okay. Dragon Rot chance increased from DM times 5 plus ML times 5. I'm not going to actually type out the names because I don't feel like it. You can suck my dick if you have a problem with it. This is where you use AI to write patch notes. Why? So it would spell things wrong? So it could give incorrect information? Where's the fun in that? Okay, there we go. And a majority of the chance is going to be carried by Monarch Legend. On what specific table type? The thing is, I don't have enough writing that I've produced to train an AI. That's the problem. Like everything everybody's ever written is usually not enough, unless you're like a professional writer. Like Stephen King, Dean Koontz, okay, they're like people who've written like $100, yeah. Right. Delay reduced from 3 to 2 seconds. Save. I was gonna do this here. Oh, wait, can you see what I'm doing? I was talking about this earlier. Were you here for this, Null, or no? I know Teddy was. I know Fair wasn't. Okay. I was looking at doing a rolling stacking debuff. Okay. So like player one applies a debuff that's 1,000 damage per tick for 5 times, or per tick damage tick. The number doesn't matter, but we'll say per second for now. So that means you do 5,000 damage over 5 seconds. It takes twice. You still have 3,000 damage left over 3 seconds. Player 2 deals 750% damage over the same 5 ticks. They add. So now you're doing 843 or something like that damage per tick. For the rest of the duration. For the new max duration. Yeah, so a bit like Kainan, but have that be how the status effect works. Just if you apply bleeding, here's more bleeding. If you apply, it wouldn't work. Obviously, it doesn't work for like percent damage modifiers because percent damage modifiers. But I was thinking about reworking bleeding to do this. I was originally gonna do Dragon Rot, but the way Dragon Rot is coded, there's no. I'm not gonna do that. Also, note for Dragon Rot, I don't know. So if 2 Dragoons are attacking, whoever's the higher attack damage should hit it first with Dragon Rot. Because it'll be their damage modifier. They'll be the master of the damage. The damage master does not change if you're a different dragon. You just add on to the first person's here, which has its own positives and negatives. Not that you're ever going to be running dual shadow. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about going through and doing them. This is the part as the status rework. Like the entire. I want to go through and like actually rework all status things, and like it's going to take a while to do. It's going to be a big patch when I do it. I don't say no. But this is me doing the numbers, so like, this is assuming. Hello, Carl. This right here is assuming you do. I actually enabled Venom Splasher last patch, and then immediately crashed again, so I disabled it again. This is the math, assuming you add 5,000 every second. So it would eventually average out, but I'm not sure where the average would be, because I don't feel like doing the what's the fucking calculus or for it? Trig? Calculus. Not the continuous functions. What? My brain, I can't remember which one that one is. F of x, where x is this. Yeah. Going okay. Just doing some coding. Okay. There should be some decent buffs for Dragon. You got both sustain SP buffs, Dragon Pet buffs, and all the mantles got boosted. I need to finish my FF9 playthrough with the mods. I'm currently replaying Legend of Dragoon again though. I was thinking about doing a playthrough with like reduced experience gain. I was seeing how hard it is. Technically, you can beat the game with 0 experience. Somebody did it. It's just super, super finicky. Fucking low level runs. Legendary Dragoon is actually not that slow. I'm talking for Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, it's super slow. For Legendary Dragoon, actually, is not that bad. It requires RNG. There's certain parts of the game that are like, yeah, this is almost impossible. Uh, oh yeah, there's a fight where you have to do 3 fights in a row without having menuing between, or no shopping, no healing, nothing between. Sorry, there's 3 fights. The first fight you have a menu between. It's two like weakling links. Then you fight a boss. Then you fight another boss, with no delay between. In Legend of Dragon, you only have 32 items. Period. You only have 32 item slots. And the main character dies in one hit. So you basically have one character. Yeah. And so you have to beat 2 boss fights in a row with one character. Because the main character, Dart, is level 1 with 30 HP. And I think Lavitz is level 4. 3 or 4, yeah. At the time of that fight. Oh, my beard itches. Low run's gonna be fun. Oh god. No, that sounds fucking atrocious. I was level like 3 or 4 when I fought him last time. I did it on stream. Remember, I was streaming the game with the mods, and I was like level 4 or something like that when I was fighting him. So I wasn't grinding. Yeah. And you want to be level 5, right? For speedruns? They prefer level 4? Okay, I thought it was for level 5. All I know is it's a fucking challenge, and Lord forbid if you mess up. Fortunately, autosaves and all that, it makes it a little easier. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do I want to work on? I think I'm good on where Dragon sits for now. Um, as far as the Dragon tree. What's wrong with Kainan? I actually don't know what's wrong with that. Yeah, that happens. Not reduced damage taken, like at all? Oh. Final references. Kainan, flag not 16, and flag not 4. Okay. That's the healing. So it doesn't work if you're in last stand, no res, and all that. But that's fine. It doesn't work in no flag, no last stand again. Every 500 seconds, there's the thing, there's that. Status damage, okay. Status damage, heal. Did I just not fucking code the damage reduction in it? Okay, there's the... Yeah, so here's the damage. It applies the damage. Value 3. I need to figure out what the structure of the skill is real quick. So value 1 is the level. I'm confused. Like, I'm trying to figure out the structure of the skill. I think I might have just deleted a bunch of code that wasn't supposed to be deleted. So SC value 4 is the tick duration. Okay. Value 3 is the... What? Value 3 is the stored damage. Value 2 is the... something? Remaining stored damage. Okay. No, value 2 is the value 4 is duration. Yeah, so value 2 is the remaining damage. And value 3 is the damage you're supposed to take per tick. Yeah, so value 3 is the damage you're supposed to take per tick, and value 2 is the damage remaining. Okay. Over 10 ticks. Okay, and here's... what is this? This is damage, okay. Add damage. It should be subtracting the damage. There's the damage reduction right there. Temp, HP, times 4 times skill level. So 4 times skill level, percent damage. It's level 7, right? Or is it level 7 or 3? I forget. And then reduce damage by temp, add temp to value 2. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, the damage reduction is right there. I don't know what you mean by you're not getting damage reduction. You're not seeing the damage reduction, maybe? Let me, because this is where damage is calculated, or the actual health is removed. It might be showing up on the damage number right. The damage number might be showing the original number. It might be, but doing boosting the damage in the actual like health bar. Kind of like how when you're in Last Stand, you don't take any damage, but it still shows the full damage number you would have taken. Okay, I'll do a debug real quick. Show debug. SC Kainan. And then we'll do HP equals percent I64. That's right? Yeah, percent I64. Or I64I. Comma HP. This is not your current HP, by the way. This is the actual HP damage modifier. And then Kainan 2 and Kainan 1. Okay. Save. Close all windows. Build solution. I forget. Can you cast it on yourself? You can cast it on yourself, right? Yeah. Okay. I did not want to open up Twitch. I wanted to open up Discord. I want to open up Twitch. I was 99% sure, but let me double check. And then Shimaro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And job Soul Weaver. Soul. Weaver. Chill at all skills. At heal. Okay, Kainan. Yeah, spawn Coco. OA? Coco. Oh, there it is. I'm waiting for. I didn't put a fucking slash in there. We could probably use a bigger monster than this, but Spooter lied to you. Did he tell you it didn't work? I'm like, it's working. Okay. Yeah, okay. Which that can lead to, I can see why that would be get bug reported. Let me Spooter real quick. There you go. Yeah, there's some map flight checks. It doesn't work when you're in last stand. It doesn't work if you're in no res and no auto res maps, like, which are reasonable. And then I forget what these are. I think 16 is no Kainan. And 4 is no. I have to scroll up. Yeah, so it doesn't apply if they don't give loot. It doesn't apply on skills that ignore it. But I think the only thing that ignores it is itself. I'm pretty sure Kainan damage is the only thing that ignores Kainan. And I think like Doom and like percent heal. Yeah, so like percent damage modifiers are ignore it. Some of them. Commands like die, doom, stuff like that, ignore it. But I gotta shave. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else would you guys say? Kainan bug fix. Oh, yeah, I don't. Let me see what else I can work on then. I don't want to do too much. So I'll probably only be on for like another like half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm up to. How long have we been streaming? Like 2 hours, 45 minutes? Yeah, but. Let me see. Let me take a look at my thingy. Oh, like an anti-DPS skill. Also, I had some rune combos in here as well. I don't know if I'm gonna go with. Every 10 seconds, skill bringing you below 25% HP, reduces damage by 95%. Or 90%. Steady is already pretty stupid, yes. Steady hasn't even been buffed yet. Or hasn't been fixed yet, right? I didn't. Yeah, because Steady is currently level 1 math. For very specific things, it's going to be good. Like Sacrifice. Sacrifice is going to be amazing. Anything you only hit once. Anything you attack quick, but it's actually a DPS loss compared to attack speed for most people. So. Yeah, if you're doing a Sonic, APM isn't free either, but the APM is gonna give you a higher damage output overall, I think. Or just getting the better runes in your rune slot. Oh, for Sonic Bolt, 100%. That's not even a. Because that one multiplies its damage based off attack speed, APM. Granted, the multiplier is small, but it multiplies itself. Because Sonic Blow just assumes your attack speed, basically. I could always work on healing items. I haven't worked on those in a while. Let me go ahead and close this. Stat, what did I do? I'll remove my lines of code. Okay. Build solution. Let me build that before I actually send it with the fucking debug messages in. It's so annoying when I accidentally do that. Because then I can't read anything in the goddamn logs. It's just full of debug messages. It's like, oh, well. Particularly because I did that with Hit and Flee. So, like, the next patch, I just couldn't read anything that you're doing. No, every single hit and had, like, 3 fucking lines of text pop up. And it's like, healing is not even on this fucking list. Like, the item healing is not even on this list. Okay, let me go ahead and open. I'm going to open up item DB usable and import item DB edits. And I don't think I have a ton of custom healing items. Yeah, there's the rums, which are percent heal, so those are fine. Percent heal are always valuable. Blood vial, which we've never used this at all. Let's go ahead and okay. Item heal. Obviously, there's the potions that were originally. Didn't I give green herb something? No, I didn't give green herb healing. I know I considered giving green herb like 10 healing or something like that. Just here's a little bit of health. so it's not complete waste. You can use it in a pinch type thing. Or green potion, not green herb, green potion. These being super low is still fine. I like the herbs being, you want to potion them. I stand by that. Item heal, item heal. Blue herb, white herb. Apples. Apples again, juice. Let me check apple juice though. I want the production ones to be more valuable. Because we have apple juice, grape juice, carrot, and juice. Okay, 31. Banana, grape, carrot. Okay. Copy. Grape juice has already been changed too. No, I'm not going to look at all the healing items. I'm going to look at the production ones first. But I guess you can pay me with it. I'm probably not going to go through the whole thing today. Oh, the weight changed. Okay. To 30. Or 3, I should say. 3. Okay. Let's go back up here real quick. No, I don't want juice. I want item heal. So red herb is healing for 10 to 28. And apple is healing from 16 to 22. Was that right? 18 to 28. 16 to 22. So apple's healing like, let me do the math on that. That's going to be an average of 23. And that's going to be an average of 19. So like 75% of his healing. So it should be healing like 75% as a drink. We'll do probably half. Let me. Thank you, sir. Capture present. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a fucking mega download, which requires me to drives. My drives. I'm pretty sure I have it downloaded already. And it was like a terrible fucking UI for me. Yeah, it's, oh, my eyes. The bright ass green. Got it, thank you. You used to play a multiplayer with them, that's right. I know I can, but how was it? I don't know how many more drafts you have. Only one, okay. Okay, you wanted to buff white potions to 1095, right? I did like 800. I think they're still really strong. Particularly because they can be turned into slips. Oh, that's right. I had a level base healing. You're actually 600. Yeah. Okay. I forgot that was added and not already in the before this was added. So, okay, that just fixed the numbers a little bit. So, for instance, apple juice. Apple healing again. Apple healing, like a low amount, is fine. Okay. Juice should probably heal like 50, not. Why are these even different? I was commenting on that. Yeah, we don't eat the bottle. I was actually mentioning something like that about you should get your consumable back. Same with potions. But I can always do that. Let me do that right now, actually. Let's see. Get item. Get item? Yeah, you get item. Apple juice. Get item. What's glass bottle ID? So I'm gonna look it up. Empty bottle is 713. Thank you. Okay, all the juices, I'll give you your bottle back. Okay. The numbers, though, are too small, and they're random. Do we want to keep the random on the healings, or should they be static? I kind of like the idea that the core ingredients are random still, and the production versions are not. 35, 65. I'm thinking apple juice can be like 55. And we'll just shift these by 5 per digit. 55. This would be 50. We'll do 65. Why is banana juice just slightly worse? Like. Oh no, banana juice has a smaller range. There's a higher max. They're exactly the same. Okay. 55 and 55. They're exactly the same on average. 55. And we'll just make them all 55. I think if my math was right, if we assumed actually how much? Okay, red herb goes from 18 to 28 to 45 to 65. So 55 and 23. So it doubles. So it doubles in power. And then I obviously up that number from 55 to 100, but These go from 19 on average. So doubling would be 40. Yeah, 55 is fine. Wait, no. That'd be like 80. Well, let's do 65 on these. And won't touch grape juice. Also, let's lower their weight. Okay. Because potions are 20, right? Yeah. How much did I make potion away? Maybe about a waste 10. Yeah. So you get the bottle back, so. I'm actually fine with that. Okay. That does mean you can just. Well, you know you can't buy the juices themselves, okay. Okay, let me go patch notes, items. Juices give empty bottles back. Yeah, they're buyable in Runeterra, yes. Juices. Healing increased from what's the average on those again? It was 60, right? Uh, 30. Oh, juices are nowhere even remotely the same. What? Oh yeah, they are. They're all 30. Okay. From 30 to 65. 65. Okay. Save. Reduced from 4. Oh. 2, 3. Save. Save. And then we reduce the weight. Let's go ahead and grab those item IDs. That was 531, 3, 3, 3, and 3, and 65, 65, 65. Okay. Ice creams are so fucking good. Like, really. Other than their weight. Their HP per weight is pretty bad, but their actual healing amount is really good. Yeah, that's right. I was assuming you were me to freeze. Because if you're fighting water monsters, you're probably running water armor. Which makes you immune to freeze. And the monsters that drop them are water. Right? They're dropped by snow eaters? I'm going off memory. I want to say it's snow eaters. I remember farming them. I Okay, it's know your card. Okay, okay. I'm like, I remember farming them, but I can't remember it was snow. I couldn't remember if it was know your card or if it was July. Oh, okay. There's also like green ale, which is something that you never see in any, basically any servers other than super high rates. Because green ale applies like 20 different status effects on you. Okay. Where is Melstein fruit? I don't care about the average HP per Zenny. It's not what I care about. I care about how much you want to increase it by. Okay. So like you want to triple Melstein fruits, which is 1500 HP. Um, you're changing them because of the cost, but you say don't change the cost because of Gaffinia. I'm actually fine changing the cost because of Gaffinia. Gaffinia can go down in value. Particularly if it means I can increase an item like that's dropped by them. Otherwise, is this lemon that you say should? Iris. Oh, mustaline fruit. How do you say it? Oh, but you can change the cost of in Gaffinia. Any item dropped in Gaffinia can be changed to compensate the loss of value of Melstein fruit. Sorry, I'm eating Skittles. Abyss. Abyss Knight, Gaffinia 1. I'm pretty sure. Is it Fake Angels are only in Gaffinia? Yeah. I can just add an item to get Fake Angels. Technically, they're also in Endless Tower, but Viola, yeah, like up the price of value of bass guitar. I think bass guitars only dropped by them, right? Yeah. I could up the value of bass guitar to make up for it. I mean, you can already buy them. You can literally just buy them at in the Quint Garden in Google for 8,500 Z. There is merit for them to just be a really good healing item because they have a heavy weight, right? No, they're only 3. Compare them to let's compare them to Slims right now. We'll assume there's only 500 HP. So that means they're between. Oh, I'm on herb. No, potion. Okay, potion. That means they're between. They're slightly above yellow potion. Also, doing some quick math, orange potion might need to be 300 gold. Because orange potion is just basically red and yellow mixed. But you can't make them, so whatever. It's fine being in the middle, 200. In the middle. The middle would technically be 250, but wait, no, is that right? No. Yeah, 250 would be the middle. Yeah, even if I were to boost them to 3 times, they'd be more efficient than some white potions. Because the Slim White Potion is 800 with 2 weight. I'm just using weight as my vector, by the way, not time, not just using weight as a vector. Yeah. You wanted a 3x its value, which would put it at 1500 HP. A Slim is 800. A Slim White is 800 HP at 2 weight. A Metal Steam only weighs 3. So you're getting 50% more weight for almost double the healing. You were nerfing white potions. What? Yeah. Yeah, you wanted white potions to be 1,095. But that was before the healing changes. So if you were to go by that number, instead, they'd be between white and yellow, which would put them at 600 HP, not 1,500 HP. But then they weigh a fuck ton, so. You could probably get away with up to like 1,000 HP. Like, your reasoning is fine. Like, they cost a lot. You also think aloe leaflet should be equal to white potions. Aloe. Oh. EL. Oh, E. Oh, no, they're not in mine. That's why. Okay. Fucking A. Yeah. That beeping is so loud. What does the money cost, right? Oh, that's the note you put, so that's what I'm running off of. It's not heavy, though. That's the problem. It's only 3. It's 50% heavier than Slims. Unless I read that. Did I read that wrong? Is it not 3? Yeah, weight 3. Okay. If they're brewed, they get a boost, yes. I forget how much it is, though. I would honestly not. I think it's 50%, but then I removed the ranking part of it. It was attached to alchemy and learning, right? Potion, pitcher, blah, blah, blah. Potion per HP. That affects pitcher. If linked. I'm in the healing code right now, so. Though this is pitcher, so this might be slightly different. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure if I removed it or gave it to everybody. It was one or the other. Oh, that's very likely. I'm looking at. Particularly using it as an alchemist because you get the 50% boost as using it. That doesn't exist on the pitcher. I'm looking at the code right now, so oh, sorry. I don't see it on the code at least, unless it's within one of these, one of the calls to another function. Yeah. Alchemist level, pitcher level, blah blah blah. HP and SP. Times bonus. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware that's what I looked for. It's literally what I searched to get here. Oh, did I attach it to learning potion? Okay. Yes, this is in pitcher. Oh, did I attach the healing increase from ranking just to AM learning? Is that what I did? Probably what I did. But yes, this affects pitcher, yes. Potion pitcher should be doing your level. Well, that's only blinked. So that's probably job level, not base level, but whatever. 10 times potion picture level, 5 times learning level. This is recovery, vit. I'd have to go through the entire fucking consume code to find that out. Sure. I'll probably be doing a bunch of coding this weekend, so. Oh. Boom, boom. Oh, that's right, heal power. I forgot that the duration of these were effectively heal power. I don't see a heal power modifier in here. Is there no? Oh yeah, is it just not affected by heal power? But consumables do? Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair. Like, only bar two? Okay. Yeah, there it is. Heal power 2. PC skill heal 2 underscore bonus. But I think that's right at the... Oh. Trying to figure out where I did the healing power for the level base. Yeah, because it runs the script on you. Is it on your item heal? Mission. There is only one kind of item. There's 2 item heals. 3. There's heal, item heal, and percent heal. Items typically only use percent or item heal though. Thing is, I'm pretty sure PC item heal gets called when you pitch your potion. I'm pretty sure this code still gets called. Because that's where it calculates the healing amount. So I don't think it's actually this bonus that's being removed. And there's the alchemy bonus, by the way. Yeah. And there's SP, and then multiply it by status effects. And got rid of the rogues plus 100% HP healing. One linked for no reason. I never understood why that was a thing. Like rogues being immune to dispel. Okay, I can see that one. But this one I just don't get. I like how this is hard coded, by the way. Like in pumpkin bonus. Rose status. Where is potion flight calculated? I wonder if that's the problem. I wonder if potion flight is actually discarded. No, can you do me a favor? Can you test a crafted and uncrafted red potion with Thor pitcher? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get more water. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. That's fine. As long as crafted, uncrafted, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm back. How'd the test go? No difference between motions. Yep. That means it's not calling item heal. Either not calling item heal or it's not calling potion flag. That would add up for about half the difference. The event's going to be called... Yeah, so this right here... possibly. Let's see. Probably gonna hop off here in a minute. Mentioning ready to stream, so I'm gonna hop in that. I know he wants to talk about the RO3 stuff. I'm gonna try the game. I have zero hope for it. I think it's gonna be dog shit. So we'll see. I'll probably like try and get everybody to like play together if we can. That'd be cool. It might be fun. It might be like I watched the Dragon Ball Evolution movie in theaters with my buddies. We went in knowing it was gonna be terrible. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough fucking game. It also autoplay. That if you have a button saying, "I don't want to play your game," why the fuck would I want to play your game? But well, we'll get on that. I'm gonna go to end my stream here. It's a good time to stop, anyways. I'll catch you next time. Go enjoy your FF9. Let me go ahead. We'll raid him real quick. Oh, there's only 2 viewers now. Okay. 3 viewers. There you go. Have a good one, gents. I'll catch you guys next time.